we're going to go ahead and get this kicked off. Start this off by
Yo, Shai, Wahakudash Rakah.
the honors of the apostles and the elders at the great millstone. Peace and blessings to the brothers teaching the truth. Well, first and foremost, the faithfully elect those slaves to be saved from the destruction that's been, foretold, declared from the beginning to happen to America, which is code named in the Bible, in the many aliases. And the destruction has also been declared to come upon all the earth, primarily here, and all the wicked inhabitants hereof. Those slaves to be saved also being declared in the Bible, being none other than the Israelites, who are today being called so-called blacks, aka Negroes, so-called Native American Indians, so-called West Indians, and so-called, Afro people, wherever they may be at. Those teaching the true doctrine of the Bible, the men teaching the true doctrine of the Bible, and the men, women, and children of these people that have turned back to their heritage, the doctrine of the Bible, the true doctrine of the Bible, the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and are in it, in the faith of it, according to their works. Shalom. Alright? So, pretty much, man, we pretty much revisiting the temple, and as you say, you see the title. As I always say, you see the title, and it's pretty much gonna be a commemoration of, the temple in the form of the Feast of Dedication. It's a lot. In the form of the Feast of Dedication. All right. Which is, known by, people lost in the world as Hanukkah or some crap like that. And you pretty much gonna, it's a lot that goes into this. So pretty much what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into that. Go ahead, let's kick this off with give me Judges 45 and 14. Judges 5 and 14.
Come.
Start at verse. You got it. That's cool.
Come. This is Judges chapter 5, verse 14.
We'll start at 11.
Come. This is Judges chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered.
You can actually start at 9.
I come. Judges chapter 5, verse 9.
Yeah.
My heart is toward the governors of Israel.
Yeah. If you can get that word governor. Word governor in the Hebrew. Which should be Masharah. Alright. Let's see what it means.
It's Kukwak.
Kukwak?
Yeah, Kukwak.
Kukwak. Okay, kind of.
It
So
says
you got many words. You got many different Hebrew words or different variations of a particular word in English that might have multiple Hebrew words for it. Masharah is one of them. That's government. So governor is what again?
Kukwak.
Kukwak. Okay, go ahead.
It says to cut out, decree, inscribe, to set, engrave.
So this is pretty much saying that in the acting form. You know what I'm saying? Like you got the government, that's just the system, Masharah. Then you got the acting out of the government, which is Kukwak. And you said it's the what?
It says to cut out, to decree.
So it's the action, the acting out of it. Go ahead.
It says to inscribe, to set.
Yep.
It says one who decrees, a lawgiver.
A what?
A lawgiver.
See, a lawgiver. So when you go into government, it's gonna tell you it means law. So when you're a governor, you give the law. You're acting it out. Alright? So whole point of the matter, this is dealing with my whole point, this is dealing with the law. Alright? keep going for a little more.
Con. It says so like it says law printed and appoint.
Read that one more time. You said law what?
It says law printed
Law printed. Okay, come on.
and appoint.
And appoint. Okay, so yeah, these are people that just appoint the law. So this is dealing with the law, which is what we're going into. All right, you got it, brother.
Con. This is Judges chapter 5, verse 9. My heart is towards the governors of Israel.
Yeah, because they're the ones that's gonna appoint you. They're the ones that's gonna give you the law. You see, hold that real quick and give me Matthew 5:17.
Con.
You got it.
This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law.
Yeah, this is Yahweh Shai talking. You see what I'm saying? He said, "Think not, he is come to destroy the law." See that? Come on.
Matthew 5 and 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law
Come on.
or the prophets.
Come on.
I am not come to destroy,
He's not come to destroy. Okay?
but to fulfill.
But to fulfill. See that? Meaning to actually bring it forth. You know, bring out the purpose of it. Alright? Go ahead.
For verily I say unto you,
Mm-hmm.
till heaven and earth pass,
Heaven and earth, going into the ground we walk upon, and the sky we look up to. Go ahead.
one jot or one tittle
Yeah, one jot, so a period, a comma, a word, a letter. Go ahead.
or one tittle
You know, a Hebrew symbol. Go ahead.
shall in no wise pass from the law.
None of it's gonna leave from the law. Go ahead.
So-
One of those things that collectively help make up the law, whether it's like I said, a Hebrew symbol or some type of indention. It's not, you know, those are all things that help make up what we read as the law. He said none of that is gonna pass away until what?
Till all be fulfilled.
Till all be till all be fulfilled. Meaning what? The Lord's will. Once again, going back into prophecy. Alright? And this is what that actually gonna take us back into. So you can go back to the Judges. This right here is gonna take us back into prophecy. You got it?
Judges chapter 5, verse 9. My heart is towards the governors of Israel, that have offered themselves willingly among the people. Bless ye the Lord Yahweh.
So they offered themselves willingly. The governors. You know, that's an office. That's a lot, and it's true. You got governors. Alright, go ahead.
Judges 5 and 10. Speak ye that ride on asses, ye that sit in judgment, and walk by the way.
See? So you're supposed to speak up. You're supposed to appoint. Go ahead.
They that are delivered from the noise of archers,
They that are delivered from the what?
from the noise
Come on.
of archers
Come on.
in the places of drawing water.
So they're delivered from archers, so war. You see what I'm saying? Destruction, chaos. And instead are in the place of what?
Drawing waters.
Drawing waters. Where his truth is at. Come on.
There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
See, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. And rehearse. That's what this is tonight. This is the pretty much we're all to remember all of our holy days, and that's what this goes into. You see what I'm saying? Revisiting the whole temple. Because real quick, give me Leviticus in the 23rd chapter. We're gonna start with Slide. Yeah, 23 it started 1.
God, this is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1.
Yep.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them,
Yeah, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Come on.
Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them
Yep.
concerning the feast of the Lord,
See? Now we're going into the feast. Alright, come on.
which ye shall proclaim,
Which ye shall, come on.
proclaim
Yep.
to be holy convocations.
Yeah. Who will do that? The governors. Come on.
Even these are my feast.
See, come on.
6 days shall work be done.
Okay, this is one.
But
Now, when you read all of these, you don't get what's called the Feast of Dedication. That's not in here. All right? You're not going to read that. Okay? Because we just had we're in a time now of Purim, you know? But we're just rehearsing. All of it is practicing. You see what I'm saying? So right now we're practicing. We're just remembering the Feast of Dedication. Just because, you know, man's going to the Lord. You know, pretty much the time where everybody on average was rehearsing it was like a couple months ago. You see what I'm saying? I think towards the end of last year, like November-ish, December-ish, somewhere in there. But everybody on different timelines. And then you don't even know the time we're in any damn way, which is why it's hard to keep up. You see what I'm saying? Well, I won't say that, but to know if you're on point. Everyone has an estimate. Only thing we know today is, for sure, is that we're able to still keep the new moons. You see what I'm saying? Which today is, in fact. Now, going back to this, reason why this is important, because the feasts are a part of the law. Yahushua said he are a part of the law. The high holy days. Yahushua said, think not him, he is coming to destroy the law. Going back to the judges. You see what I'm saying? We will be rehearsing the righteous acts. The righteous acts will be keeping the law. You see what I'm saying? To the best of our ability. Practicing it, rehearsing it, because you're not going to be able to keep it, perfect. All right? Now, back to where we're at now. When you read about the feast days, you see what I'm saying? Days you could try to keep and observe, as the Lord told us we are to do and proclaim. You're not going to read about this particular one called the Feast of Dedication. So that's a whole nother thing. Because, well, we'll get to it. Go ahead and jump to the point, Matthew 10 and 22. You can read the whole chapter, you're not going to find it. You can read, I believe, Numbers 28. I believe that's Numbers 28. It gives you the Lord's feast days.
read up.
In Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. And it also gives you the feast days. And Matthew Numbers, 28th chapter. Alright? You got it.
Come.
In neither one of them are you going to read about the Feast of Dedication. What's this? Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And he shall be hated of all men for my name's sake.
Matthew, John, so I St. John 10 and 22.
God, this is St. John chapter 10, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at Jerusalem,
Mm-hmm.
the feast of dedication.
See, where is that at? How did that happen? Because we had a couple times that the temple was destroyed, which we went into, a couple weeks back at this point, I think, covering the temple. You can read about the temple that David and he had in his mind to build, but Solomon went on to actually build the first physical temple. You can go read about that in 2 Samuel. I think the 2 Samuel and the 1 Kings. You can go read about those two. 1 Kings, like 6 and 7, through like the 9th chapter. You can read about when Solomon was actually building. 1 Kings, Slakia. 2 Kings, 6 to like 9-ish. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's when that physical temple was built. Guess what? It got destroyed. The place that the Lord said he would put his name, the place he would dwell at. The place the tabernacle in which the Lord would use to make his presence known. You see what I'm saying? It was destroyed twice. It was destroyed that the first time. Now, the Feast of Dedication is this. We went back during the time of Nehemiah You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's get there real quick. Some quick history. It was destroyed. Nehemiah. And let's start at you started to take it at you can take it at one.
It's Nehemiah chapter 1, verse 1. The words of Nehemiah, the son of Hakaliel, and it came to pass in the month of Chislev, in the 20th year, as I was in Shushan, the palace, that Hanani, one of my brethren, came, he and a certain man of Judah. And I asked him concerning the Jews that had escaped, which were left of the captivity, and concerning Jerusalem. And they said unto me, the remnant that are left of the captivity there in the province are in a great affliction and a reproach. The wall of Jerusalem also is broken down, and the gates thereof are burnt with fire.
Now this is after Babylon. Alright? This is after Babylon happened. This is after the northern kingdom was gone, then followed up by the Babylonian captivity. Alright? In which the southern kingdom would, be overthrew and taken from the land. Alright? You got it.
And it came to pass
By who? By the Elam. Alright, by the Persians and the Medes. Alright? Babylon was taken down by, or pretty much taken over by, the Persians and the Medes. Go ahead.
And it came to pass, when I heard these words, that I sat down and wept, and mourned certain days, and fasted, and prayed before the Most High of heaven, the God of heaven, and said, I beseech thee, O Lord, God of heaven.
Where you at?
Verse 5.
You read 3 already?
Come.
Read 3.
Nehemiah chapter 1, verse 3. And they said unto me, the remnant that are left of the captivity there in the province are in great affliction and a reproach. The wall of Jerusalem also is broken down.
See?
And the gates thereof are burnt with fire.
See? There you go. Now, this is actually going into the city for real, for real. That's what happened. That's what befell our, our dwelling place, Israel. Come on.
Time. It
Yeah.
says, verse 4, it
We'll get to
says,
the point.
and it came to pass, when I heard these words, that I sat down and wept, and mourned certain days,
Yeah.
and fasted, and prayed before the Most High of heaven, the God of heaven, and said, I beseech thee, O Lord,
Finish that verse and then we're going to jump to the point.
I beseech thee, O Lord of heaven, the great and terrible God, that keepeth covenant and mercy for them that love him and observe his commandments.
Alright, jump to Nehemiah 2 and 3. You guys can start at 1.
Now, this is Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 1. And it came to pass in the month of Nisan, in the 20th year of Artaxerxes, the king,
Yeah, this is Xerxes. Come on.
that wine was before him. And I took up the wine and gave it unto the king. Now I had not been before time sad in his presence. Wherefore the king said unto me, why is it thy countenance sad, seeing thou art not sick? This is nothing else but sorrow of heart. Then I was very sore afraid, and said unto the king, let the king live forever. Why should not my countenance be sad, when the city, the place of my father's sepulchres, lieth waste? Sepulchres
Come on.
lieth waste.
Yeah, and that's talking about the graveyards. Pretty much the legacy of our people was just no more. We was destroyed, man. So he's telling that to the king. Go ahead.
And the gates thereof are consumed with fire. Then the king said unto me, for what does thou make request? So I prayed.
So the Lord, he, was pretty much using, Xerxes. You know what I'm saying? And he pretty much gave our people a pass through him. You see what I'm saying? This one we will go back and rebuild, you know, the temple that was just destroyed. And Solomon, through the fulfilling of, you know, what David said he would do, you know, that whole ordeal was no more. It was destroyed, man. The whole temple was done. It was finished. So this is pretty much the rebuilding of it right here. All right, you got it. That's what's about to happen. Come on.
Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 4. So I prayed to the God of heaven, and I said unto the king, if it please the king, and if thy servant have found favor in thy sight, that thou wouldest send me unto Judah, unto the city of my fathers, sepulchres, that
unto the city of my father's sepulchres, yep, where they buried at David, Solomon. Everybody, if you read about every king, they will always be buried in the city of David. But if they would die in honor, if they died with dishonor, they would get, you know, put somewhere else among the common folk. But all the kings would get, you see what I'm saying, that treatment. But you got it.
that I may build it. And the king said unto me, the queen also sitteth by him.
Because you got to remember, this is after us ruling. That's having kings and stuff. All of that whole timeline is done already. You know what I'm saying? It's finished at this point. Come on.
For how long shall thy journey be? And when wilt thou return?
Now read that part one more time. That fifth verse.
This is Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 5. And I said unto the king, if it please the king, and if thy servant have found favor in thy sight, that thou wouldest send me unto Judah, unto the city of my fathers, sepulchres.
Yeah, so this is the southern kingdom. Come on.
That I may build it.
So-called blacks, like you so-called blacks, aka Negroes, West Indians. All right, and then some of you are amongst the northern kingdom as well. A lot of Ephraimites are Judah. A lot of people in South America are Judah, because Judah was scattered throughout the history. You know, but it will be people today, just outright known as so-called African Americans, Negroes, West Indians. All right, go ahead.
And the king said unto me, the queen also sitteth by him.
And you're also found in Europe. All right, come on, bro.
For how long shall thy journey be?
And he said that I might go back and build it. Where you at, verse 5?
Just got the 6. Well, I'm in the 6 now.
Well, yeah, the point in 5. So as he said, unto the city of my fathers and sepulchres that I may build it. All right, so this is when he was asking to go back and rebuild that temple. All right, now let's go ahead and jump down to the point. That's the point, but they actually go on to rebuild it, and that's pretty much what happened. Okay, let's see. Jump to verse 16.
All right. Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 16. And the rulers knew not whither I went or what I did, neither had as I yet told it to the Jews.
Matter of fact, jump to 10 real quick.
God. Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 10.
Come on.
When Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, heard of it, it grieved them exceedingly, that there was come a man to seek the welfare of the children of Israel.
Right, that's hard to read. You got it.
So I came to Jerusalem and was there 3 days. And I rose in the night, and some few men with me, neither told I any man that my power, my God, had put my heart to do at Jerusalem.
See, so the tone, just we didn't agree. So good as you could. I see why you read it like that. You see, you got another phone.
No, okay, so I got a different.
All right, go ahead.
Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 10. When Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, heard of it, it grieved them exceedingly, that there was come a man to seek the welfare of the children of Israel.
See, it grieved them. Why would it grieve them? Because these people want us to stay down. You see what I'm saying? Come on.
So I came to Jerusalem and was there 3 days.
Yeah, it's Nehemiah, come on.
And I rose in the night,
Yep.
I and some few men with me.
Now listen, come on.
Neither told I any man what my God, my power, had put in my heart to do
Yeah, well, my heavenly Father, see, He put it in His heart to do. Come on,
at Jerusalem.
see, and I was to go back and rebuild it, the temple. Come on.
Neither was there any beast with me, save the beast that I rode upon.
You only had one. Come on.
And I went out by night by the gate of the valley, even before the dragon well, and to the dung port, and viewed the walls of Jerusalem, which were broken down, and the gates thereof were consumed with fire.
There you go, man. All right. Okay, you got it.
Then I went on to the gate of the fountain, and to the king's pool, but there was no place for the beast that was under me to pass.
The shit was that, destroyed. Go ahead.
Then went I up in the night by the brook, and viewed the wall, and turned back, and entered by the gate of the valley, and so returned. And the rulers knew not whither I went, or what I did, neither had I as yet told it to the Jews, nor to the priests, nor to the nobles, nor to the rulers, nor to the rest that did the work. Then said I unto them, Ye see the distress that we are in, how Jerusalem lieth waste, and the gates thereof are burnt with fire. Come, let us build up the wall of Jerusalem, that we be no more a reproach.
Yep.
Then I told them,
And that's the time we in now, man. If you can receive it. Because we're going to run through all this, but all this relates to now. That's why this is still relevant. Go ahead.
Then I told them,
Because really, we already went over. You the damn temple, man. You see what I'm saying? The elect. Alright? The elect are the temple. So them being built up is 100% needed. Because you're hearing, look, we have nothing without it. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 18.
Yeah.
Then I told them of the hand of my power, which was good upon me, as also the king's words that he had spoken unto me. And they said, Let us rise up and build.
See?
So they strengthened their hands for this good work. But when Sanballat the Horonite, and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, and Geshem the Arabian heard it, they laughed us to scorn, and despised us, and said, What is this thing that ye do? Will ye rebel against the king? Then answered I them, and said unto them, the God of heaven, the Most High, He will prosper us. Therefore, we His servants will arise and build. But ye have no portion, nor right, nor memorial in Jerusalem. Keep it coming. Nehemiah chapter 3, verse 1. Then Eliashib, the high priest, rose up with his brethren, the priest, and they builded the steep gate, the sheep gate. They sanctified it, and set up the doors of it, even unto the tower of Mia.
Okay, Con. Let's jump here real quick. Let's see. This is what we want. Jump to Ezra's 1 and start at 1. This is specific. The temples.
1 and 1.
Yeah.
Con.
That's the city. Come on.
This is Ezra chapter 1, verse 1.
Yeah.
Now, in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, that the word of the Lord by the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled. The Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia.
See, the Lord, He stirred up the spirit of Cyrus. That's what actually did it. It was Cyrus that started this off. Because Nehemiah was with Ezra. Alright? Ezra was the one that went back and rebuilt the temple. Him and an ancestor by the name of, who was the governor. We're going to get his name. They have it in here as under a J. But you keep going, brother. Let's get his name. Go ahead.
The Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia, that he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom, and put it also in writing, saying, Thus saith Cyrus, king of Persia.
Yeah, I believe it was Zerubbabel. Zerubbabel, he had two names, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a minute since I read this. Go ahead. You got it.
It says, thus said Cyrus, king of Persia, the Lord, the power of heaven, hath given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he hath charged me to build him an house at Jerusalem.
There you go. That's the temple.
Which is in Judah.
Come on. Same thing. You know? So you got to hear, basically by the Spirit, you got to hear how destroyed, our stuff is. With all of our stuff being destroyed, it's why the Lord is away. Now, if you look at it in a sense, okay, now, the physical temples, which is just, symbolism for us, a pre-notion to the elect, which will be the holy tabernacles or the holy vessels, the holy bodies that the Lord will use to make his presence felt, to make his presence known. Because he's holy. You see what I'm saying? So the whole idea, okay, we build you a temple, you just come here. You ain't just everywhere. You see what I'm saying? That's how it goes. And that's what he was trying to, that was the point. So now you got to hear how the city is broke down. The temple is gone. We're in captivity. And it's still the same thing to this day. And at that point, if that's the case, how can where's the Lord's presence? It's not around. So it's the same thing now, which is why no one wants to talk about the Israelites. No one wants us doing what we're doing. No one wants the Lord to come back. That's why niggas don't want to actually deal with the Lord and don't want us doing what we're doing. Don't want us actually being on it. Because y'all don't want to meet the Lord, man. They don't want the Lord to come back. If that temple gets rebuilt, now the Lord can, what I'm saying? Because he's not going nowhere else. So if we just keep the Israelites out of memory, we ain't going to feel that presence. Yeah, because he's not dwelling nowhere else. Matter of fact, real quick, give me Numbers, hold that. Give me Numbers 31. Right. Give me
Numbers 31.
31 and 35. Zerubbabel, he's not important. He was just a part of it. The whole point is the temple. Go ahead.
This is Numbers chapter 31 and verse 35. It says, and 2,000 persons in all.
No, ain't it. 33. You got it, brother?
No.
Let me see that. 33.
31 and oh, you stay right there. You got it. 31 and yeah, 35. It's like 35 and 33. Matter of fact, just up to the point, 34. You got it. 35 and 34.
Numbers chapter 35 and verse 34 says, defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell. For I, the Lord, dwell among the children
there it is.
of Israel.
That's it. That's what's important, and that's what guys like Ezra understood. Because if you go back into Nehemiah, and Nehemiah understood that. When we go back into Nehemiah, that chapter is that. He pretty much says we don't have a memorial. There's no memorial for our people. There's no memorial. And with that being said, if the temple is no more, the city is no more, there's no what? Memorial. There's no memory of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? It's like he don't exist. You have people saying the Bible fake, the Israelites was never real, the Israelites are dead. And we just read how they was grieved in their spirit when he was saying they was trying to go build, man. One's gonna realize the power behind all this, man. And that's why the Feast of Dedication is definitely serious. It's definitely serious. Because it's a sequel up until now. That was the last temple. What you're seeing now is the building of the third one. You see what I'm saying? So you have to honor all of them. If one, you're going to understand all of them in order to understand where the hell we at now, why this is so important now. Why the restoring of our people and the building back up of the gates, the leaders, the walls. You see what I'm saying? Because that's even spiritual. It's a reason why it was depicted as the gates being destroyed. The gates represent the leaders, man. The gates keep people out of the forefront. Now, if the gates don't even know they gates, or, you know what I'm saying, the gates ain't there, it's a fucking wrap. And the whole point ain't even about us. You have nowhere for the Lord to make his presence known. You see what I'm saying? Because the very thing he uses is no more. Thus, niggas. Thus, you have the pushing and promoting of niggas. That's it, man. Because we can really end it now. But we're just going to get the history. Because all this is about is the history, so you can see why it's important what we do now. And commemorating and remembering what our ancestors fought for, because they understood the depths of this, man. Here it is, my power I depends on. I can't even get them anymore because the place I really get them at is no more. So I gotta go back and get that. But ultimately, only to go on and further realize in this lifetime, it's me. You see what I'm saying? Because if I'm not destroyed, that place is not destroyed. So it makes sense why you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians don't have an actual home. Because you're not an actual, you're destroyed. Your actual home is destroyed. The land of Israel. You don't have your actual country. Not some place that the so-called white man allowed you to run but be destroyed. Mexico is not a fucking place, man. Haiti is not a place. That's the place of our captivity, man. It makes sense why you don't have an actual country because you destroyed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you don't have a place to dwell. The place you would dwell is destroyed, and you being a person in which people can dwell with can't be because you're destroyed. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to deal with you. So it makes sense. Go figure. All right? So Nehemiah, he said this.
220.
Huh?
220.
Yep, that's it. You got it.
In Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 20. Then answered I them and said unto them, the God of heaven, he will prosper us. Therefore, we his servants will arise.
Start at 17.
Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 17.
Matter of fact, this is where we left off at. Okay, so see, this is important too. You guys just start back at 44, then we're going to go back. And, you know, once we hit all the scriptures, that's it. So you can start at 14.
14? Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 14. Then I went on to the gate of the fountain and the king's pool, but there was no place for the beast that was under me to pass. Then went I up in the night by the brook and viewed the wall and turned back.
Because it's good we start with the city first and then the temple. You see what I'm saying? It makes sense. Go ahead.
And turned back and entered.
Before we had the temple, we had the city. You know, Joshua was the divided inheritances. We was getting cities. The temple went daughter to David. You see what I'm saying? That's way later. Come on.
Nehemiah chapter 2 and 15. Then went I up the night by the brook and viewed the wall and turned back and entered by the gate of the valley and so returned. And the rulers knew not whither I went or what I did. Neither had I as yet told it to the Jews, nor to the priests, nor to the nobles, nor to the rulers, nor to the rest.
Because everybody gonna hate and try to prevent it. Come on.
Nor to the rest that did the work. Then said I unto them, you see the distress that we are in?
Come on.
How Jerusalem lieth waste, and the gates thereof are burnt with fire. come and let us build up the wall of
See, people
Jerusalem.
will take that, try to act like that's a precept to Jews not really being black. It was the gates not really black. They were actually burnt. No, it's a manifold of everything. It's a similitude. You see what I'm saying? So it's saying both. The gates were actually burnt. You see what I'm saying? Niggas, you don't think Israelites died in the fire as well? You see what I'm saying? But you got gates, you got the actual gates, and then you got spiritual gates. You know? That's why you don't have a spirit without a body if you're on earth. You see what I'm saying? You don't have a body without and then that's true, because if you want to say spirits just float around. Yeah, and they do what? Get on people. They get on bodies. And you don't have a body without a spirit. You know what I'm saying? Once that spirit ain't in that body, what is in the ground possible? Or some rotten cat carcass that turns into skeleton, and then that damn near will disintegrate. You know what I'm saying? You know, to a certain degree, but you got it.
And say also to add what Nehemiah said, he said, "You see the distress that we are in."
Right. That's clear, man. You know, you got it.
Nehemiah chapter 2 and 17. Then said I unto them, Ye see the distress that we are in, how Jerusalem lieth waste, and the gates thereof are burnt with fire. Come and let us build up the wall of Jerusalem, that we be no more a reproach. Then I told them of the hand of my power, which was good upon me, as also the king's words that he had spoken unto me. And they said, Let us rise up and build. So they strengthened their hands for this good work.
Yeah, come on.
But when
So they strengthened their hands, because he said, I'm gonna tell you of my power's hand. What's in his capacity to do? Which is everything. What's his will? What he has for you. You know, if you handing me something, it's whatever's in your hand. You know what I'm saying? So this is what is in the look, and that's pretty much represents a will. You know, like, you know, this is what I'm dealing with. This is it. This is what I want. You know, this is in the Lord's hand. Because he how we got in this situation in the first place. And he had Cyrus know that, all the way to Cyrus. Go ahead.
Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 19. But when Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, and Geshem the Arabian heard it, they laughed us to scorn and despised us, and said, What is this thing that ye do? Will ye rebel against the king? Then,
That's why I say, give me Proverbs 29 and 26 real quick.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 26. Many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment cometh from the Lord.
So every man seek the ruler's favor. You see what I'm saying? Every man seek the ruler's favor. Whoever ruler. That's what people worry about. Alright? So that's how you got this. You read this verse one time.
Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 19.
Well, you ain't gotta read the whole thing, you just read the end.
Yeah, and they laughed us to scorn and despised us, and said, What is this thing that ye do? Will ye rebel against the king?
Come on.
Then answered I them and said unto them, The God of heaven,
The Heavenly Father of heaven, come on.
God, the Heavenly Father,
Come on.
he will prosper us. Therefore, we his servants will arise and build.
See that?
But ye have no portion,
Yep.
nor right, nor memorial in Jerusalem.
Yeah. See? And what is a memorial? You gotta get that word real quick. Give me Psalm 75. Let's start at 6, Baruch Shah.
You want it in the Hebrew? Or did you want it
In the Hebrew.
Okay, fine.
Can't bring it up.
Psalm chapter 75, verse 6.
Come on.
For promotion cometh neither for the east,
Make
from
sure-
the east,
Go ahead.
nor from the west, nor from the south.
See that? Come on.
But the Heavenly Father,
The who?
but the Heavenly Father is the judge,
Is who?
is the judge.
He's the judge, man. You see? Nobody else. Alright? So yeah, make sure you grabbing those brothers.
Kind of, so I got them too.
Right here is first.
he put it down one and set it up another. For in the hand of the Lord Yahweh there is a cup, and the wine is red.
See, he put it up. He put it. Read that part one time,
At 8, Psalm chapter 75 and 8. It says, for in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture. Going up,
yeah, 7.
Psalm chapter 75 verse 7. But the Heavenly Father is the judge. He put it down one.
He put it down one. That's the point. Go ahead.
And set it up another.
See that? Now give me real quick. I mean, 1 Samuel 2 and start at 6. Oh, sure.
God. This is 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 6. The Lord killeth and maketh alive.
Come on.
He bringeth down to the grave.
There you go.
And bringeth up.
See, he bring it down to the grave and bring it up. So the Lord outright put us in that position. And the Lord is the one that outright will have to be the one to bring them us out of that position at that time. And it's the same thing now. He got us in this position. He got to be the one to bring us out. So that's why it starts with knowing about this first. You see what I'm saying? And knowing why it's relevant. You see what I'm saying? And know what's the consequences and repercussions if this is not done. You see what I'm saying? All right, let's get that word from, you can read that verse one more time, and then we bring the word from Memorial out. Nehemiah 2 and 20.
God. You said Nehemiah 2 and 20?
Yeah, he got the definition.
God, this is Nehemiah chapter 2 verse 20. Then answered I them and said unto them, the Heavenly Father, he will prosper us. Therefore we, his servants, will arise and build. But ye have no portion, nor right, nor memorial in Jerusalem.
Yeah. And real quick, the brother, he posted something good on here. This is, he posted the word for rehearse. I believe this is in Hebrew Tanakh. It says to recount, rehearse, tell again. Tell again. So we outright rehearsing right now. You know what I'm saying? So you're not held at fault for not having done that. Because we simply just telling again. It ain't decorating the walls and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just telling, remembering. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? You can't. What you gonna do? You gonna go rent a building?
Right.
You can't. Look, it's COVID right now, man. You can't do. Even if you were doing that, that shows you that ain't it. Because what the Lord stopped that. It ain't about that. Why would he stop that if it was about that? He said just to tell again, man. So that's powerful right there. And we went into that before, but it's just refreshing. You know? Simply like that. Because really is practicing. This one just says, all right, to tell again, man. All right? You got it. That's beautiful. One more time on this, bro.
Nehemiah chapter 2 and 20. Then answered I them and said unto them, the Heavenly Father, he will prosper us. Therefore, we his servants will rise again, arise and build. But ye have no portion, nor right, nor memorial in Jerusalem.
Yeah, so you basically the Lord ain't dealing with you, man. You see what I'm saying? And thus showing you we have a memorial. If you don't got it, now what's memorial? You got it, bro.
Con. This is a memorial from Brother Ward. It says, memorial, reminder, remembrance.
See?
And the word in the Hebrew will be Zakah Rawan. Zakah Rawan.
Okay.
And
so,
then
there's more?
Con. It says a memento.
This the same definition?
Con.
This yours or his?
This would be off the blue letter. This is continuing.
Okay, hold on. Just read the one he got again real quick.
Con, it says memorial, reminder, or remembrance.
So memorial, reminder, or remembrance. Alright, so let's get that word reminder. A simple definition for reminder and remembrance. So the Lord is saying, he said, through him the Lord said that. He said, look, you ain't got no memorial, man. Meaning you have no remembrance. And we know that's true because give me Exodus 16. 16 is start at 17. And then we're gonna stay on the point. We're gonna go back to Ezra's right after this. I don't want to get too lost, carried away. Go ahead.
16 and 17.
Mm-hmm.
This is Exodus chapter 16, verse 17. And the children of Israel did so and gathered some more, some less.
Okay, so where you at? 16, Exodus 16 and 17? Okay, so like, jump to 17. 17 and started 14. Get straight to the point.
Exodus chapter 17, verse 14. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial
See that? Come on.
in a book
Mm-hmm.
and rehearse.
Mm-hmm. And then look, meaning to what? To remind.
God.
You see what I'm saying? To remember. Look, you have no memorial that you are being dealt with. You see what I'm saying? When we go into the memorial, we find out you aren't being dealt with. See that? We find out that you have no remembrance. Read this verse one more time.
Exodus chapter 17, verse 14.
Oh, for sure.
And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses,
Yep.
write this for a memorial
Yep.
in a book
Uh-huh.
and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua.
See? Come on.
For I will utterly put out
Look, and rehearse. See that? That line straight up. Tell again. See that? Come on.
For
Because it's gonna build, it's gonna put everything in perspective when you tell it again, when you're rehearsing. You're gonna be reminded that these look, like it said in 2nd Ezra, he said these heathens who have always been reputed as nothing. You see what I'm saying? You gotta remember, that's why we be telling that to Jake. That's rehearsing. You see what I'm saying? Here it is, you go in the kingdom, but you don't know you the top people. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? Carrying yourself like it. That's why it's important to do this, man. Go ahead.
Start from the top, Exodus chapter 17, verse 14. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek.
The what?
Put out the remembrance.
There you go, man. You see, memorial means remembrance. Come on.
I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek
So-called white people. Come on.
from under heaven.
There you go, man. It's that simple. So you don't have a remembrance, man. Give me 2nd Ezra 6 and jump to 54 real quick. Bump the shot. You can't make this up, man. And then if you got some more, on that memorial, brother.
Come on.
Go ahead.
This is a memorial. It says.
Tell them where you at.
Salak, you said what?
Tell them where you at.
The verse.
No, just, you can say you in the blue letter, did you?
Oh yeah, Con.
Go ahead.
This is a blue letter. It says a memorial, reminder, remembrance, and then continues down. It says, and for the Strong's definition, it says a memento or memorial, memorable thing,
See?
a day or writing. It says a memorial or record.
See? So you don't have a record, man. Jump to 56, brother.
Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 56.
You got it.
It says,
Read all the way through ever being reputed.
it says, as for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto a spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them also a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun
Take it from top.
Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 56. As for the other people, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle,
See?
and hast likened.
So how can you have a memorial if you nothing? You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't lying. See how that line up? The Lord already wants us to know this, man. Go ahead.
And has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a
Yeah,
vessel.
we'll get back to the history. Yep, keep going.
And now, O Lord, behold,
Yep.
these heathen,
Mm-hmm.
which have ever been reputed as nothing,
Ever. Come on.
have
Have
been
always been reputed as what?
as nothing.
So there you go. They don't got no memorial, man. Yeah, in the memorial, which we are to rehearse, you know what I'm saying? Tell again, memorial.
Mm-hmm.
You're nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Thus, you don't have one. When we go into the memorial, we learn that you don't have one. You see what I'm saying? We learn that Esau will be eradicated. Now imagine when we in the kingdom, he gonna be gone
Exactly.
after 1,000 years. The man gonna be gone. So this is 100% spot on, man. All right. So this just builds some confidence, man. All right. To put everything back in proper perspective, why this is so important. Here it is. They trying to keep us out of remembrance. When they the figment of that shit is crazy. Here it is. We the best thing smoking, but they don't want us to remember ourselves. Because when we remember ourselves, we remember. We have to go on and remember that they aren't to be remembered. You know what I'm saying? King David was throwing heathens off cliffs, man. Like it wasn't nothing. Thousands of them. He was killing so many heathens, he couldn't even build the temple himself, the first one. Solomon had to do it because he was too bloody. Too much blood was on his hands. But guess what? He was said to have a heart. The only man was said to have a heart after the Most High. All right? Let's go back into the history. Bible shop. So yeah, man, that's why this is important. So let's go back to the Ezra.
Did you want the definitions for remembrance, reminder?
Yeah, you go ahead and bring them up.
Con. This is from Brother of War. It says, for reminder, it says, a thing that causes someone to remember something.
What's the thing? This. You see what I'm saying? The feast days. Because what we going to be doing at the feast days? Yeah, brother, them heathens ain't shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's it. They ever been reputed as nothing, brother. That's how it was back then. What else were we talking about? Remember we killed 50,000 of them? You know what I'm saying? We saying it in the Hebrew.
He's been a $1. Here's out. Get it in.
Strong as hell. Like, man, nah. So I grabbed him, I threw him off the, you know what I'm saying?
Doing reenactments.
Yeah. That's what was going on. We they don't, you know what I'm saying? Mighty. Big chalices. You know what I'm saying? What else the hell we talking about in the feast of dedication, man? In the you know what I'm saying? You gonna learn what the feast of dedication was about. And you're gonna realize, okay, if we rehearsing this, all we doing is rehearsing this. Meaning telling again this. Meaning bringing in a remembrance again this. By a thing, by what? By what was said to happen. The oral tradition, the scriptures. This is our oral tradition. You got it, bro. I'm sure there's more on there.
Con.
This is how our holy days is. You know how Jake just sit around and talk shit? That's it.
That's it.
That's it, man. They just talk about the wrong stuff. they just all they do is laugh. And the niggas eat. If they don't go to sleep or get drunk, they laughing and talking shit. That's it, man.
That's it.
Get that from us, man. But we supposed to be remembering actual times when the Lord gave us divine intervention when He built us up when we was nothing. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, go ahead, bro. Because we just keep.
Con. It says something that caused a memory or thought to come to the mind, a picture that is like.
So this is how you rehearse the righteous acts, man. You see what I'm saying? You just talk about it.
Exactly.
You know, see, the Lord said His burden not hard, man. It's light. Jay can't even do that. Then you got these fucking dumbass leaders out here trying to make you think the observing of these are more drawn out than they actually are. You know what I'm saying? What do you think the Passover coming up, man? That's simple. That's not no goddamn banquet, man. That's our damn problem. Making easy stuff complicated, man. It don't take all that, man. Go ahead, bro. Con.
It says something that recalls the past. A note to remind a person of something not done.
And what's a note? The scriptures. Something not done. Go ahead. That's it.
And then I got remembrance.
Go ahead.
This is from Brother War. Says the action of remembering something, a memory of recollection.
Yeah, memory of recollection. You know, and this is basically these memories deals with us recollecting ourselves. You might forget how valiant our people are. Or when you keep the high holy days, you're gonna recollect. You're gonna be recollected. You probably soft as hell, and then that's why we gotta keep rehearsing. Cause you think about it, Jake really be on some soft shit. So until that high holy day come around, he gonna be soft. You see what I'm saying? Then when that come back around, now he built back up. He ain't all let our people go and marching and all this. Why we can't all just get along? That nigga need the high holy days, man. He need to hear his history. He need to hear his ancestor stories, man. Accounts. That's what. See, all our holy days help us. Meaning this one will build us up. Cause this is a very macho one, if you will, the feast of dedication. You know, you got it.
It says something serving to celebrate or honor the memory of a person or event.
See that? So we supposed to literally be talking about how remember we was killing. You know what I'm saying? It was a massacre. You know what I'm saying? Cause look, everything gotta be in balance, so it can't be all the time. It gotta be some talking about spilling blood some damn times and righteousness. You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
When they came and messed with us, when they wanted to exalt themselves above the Most High and all that is worship. You see what I'm saying? That's power. And they tried to replace themselves as us, and they tried to infiltrate. This is what we supposed to be doing. So that's what we doing tonight, man. We going into the Feast of Dedication in the spirit already, man. So-called Hanukkah. This is it. All right? It'll take all that extra crap, man. All right? All right, bro. You got it.
This is Ezra chapter 1, verse 1. Now in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, that the word of the Lord by the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled. The Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia, that he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom, and put it also in writing, saying, Thus saith King Cyrus, king of Persia, the Lord, God of heaven, hath given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he hath charged me to build him an house at Jerusalem, which is in Judah.
That's why he was calling him his anointed. Come on.
Who is there among you of all his people? His power be with him, and let him go up to the...
Three?
Yep, and let him go up to Jerusalem, which is in Judah, and build the house of the Lord,
see,
God of Israel, the power of Israel.
There you go, man. House of the Lord, man. Now, real quick, let's do something real quick. Give me 1 Corinthians 3:9. Mark shot. Let him get it. You get this one. Go ahead.
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9. For we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry. Ye are God's buildings.
See, ye are God's buildings. You see? Go ahead.
According to the grace
You got it. You got to finish that.
according to the grace of the Most High,
You read Jeremiah 7:4.
which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another builded thereon.
There you go, man. See that? Meaning what now? He talking about people.
I have laid the foundation.
You supposed to be we building. We're building, man. We're building spiritually. You're not building. That's the point. You're building. We're Ezra's all over again, man. We're Nehemiah all over again. We're all of them. All right. That's what we're doing. We're building. They went back and physically built. We're spiritually built because we found out. Ezra went back to build the temple, the house of the Lord. You see what I'm saying? But that wasn't it. You got it, bro.
This is Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 4. It says, Trust ye not in lying words, saying, The temple of the Lord The temple of the Lord
See?
are these.
See? This is the temple of the Lord. This it. This is it. This the great Israel. This is the house of the. No, we scattered. You see what I'm saying? Got pieces every damn where. It's like you explode a building. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord did, man. It was all spiritual, man. Master architect. Come on.
Do you want?
No, that's it. You got it.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19. What?
Mm-hmm.
Know ye not?
Know
that
you
your-
not?
Know ye not
Come on.
that your body
That your
is
what?
that your body,
That your what?
your body
Come on.
is the temple of the Holy Spirit,
There you is. There it is, man. You see what I'm saying? It's just that simple. Go ahead.
which is in you.
Now, just showing you the temple was just representing us the whole time. Now we can be able to get through this and, you should be able to, get the edification on it. Basically seeing yourself and our people as the temple when we're hearing about this now. All right? Now let's go back to the Ezra real quick. Mm-hmm.
This is Ezra chapter 1, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Who is there among you of all his people? His power be with him, and let him go up to Jerusalem, which is in Judah, and build the house of the Lord, power of Israel. He is the Most High, which is in Jerusalem. And whosoever remaineth in any place where he sojourneth, let the man of his place help him with silver, and with gold, and with goods.
See that? And that's synonymous with us, man. All right? Give me, he said, help him with silver and with goods, because that's what the house, the temple consisted of. You see what I'm saying? Give me Isaiah 4 and 2 real quick.
Come.
Mm-hmm.
It's Isaiah chapter 4, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
In that day
Mm-hmm.
shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful
Mm-hmm.
and glorious,
Mm-hmm.
and the fruit of the earth.
It's like Isaiah 13 and 11.
Come.
Mm-hmm.
This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 11. And I will punish the world, Salak, for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity.
Jump to the point. You keep going, it's cool.
And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
Good.
I will make a man.
He will make a what?
I will make a
The
man.
Lord gonna do what?
I will make a
He
man.
will make architecting again, man. You see what I'm saying? He would design and have produce artifice. You see what I'm saying? A man into what? He will make a what?
I will make a man more precious,
More what?
more precious
Come on.
than fine gold,
Come on.
even a man than the gold wedge of Ophir.
So we just found out with the temple, and he said he's gonna make the man more precious than fine gold. There it is. He said, when y'all go to build it, make sure y'all help him with silver and gold. Because when you jump back, let's go back there real quick. Ezra, Nehemiah. No, not Nehemiah. 2nd Chronicle. Yeah, 2nd Chronicle, and jump to 19. Matter of fact, jump to chapter 36, like 2nd Chronicles, chapter 36, and start at '17.
This is 2nd Chronicles chapter 36, verse 17. Therefore he brought upon them the king of the Chaldees, who slew their young men with the sword in the house of their sanctuary, and had no compassion upon young men or maiden, old men, or him that stooped for age. He gave them all into his hand. And all the vessels of the house
And all the what?
and all the vessels.
Now these are men that was given over, who are said to actually be gold. You see what I'm saying? And he said he gave them into the hands of these heathens. And right after that, he comes behind that and says the vessels. These vessels are made of gold. Thus showing you that, you see what I'm saying? Lord, like, you see what I'm doing? Because I'm going to come later and show you. You really all of this.
Right.
Go ahead.
And all the vessels of the house of the Most High, great and small, and the treasures of the house of the Lord Yahweh.
See, the treasures of the house. You see what I'm saying? The treasures of the house. Go ahead.
And the treasures of the house of the Lord Yahweh,
Mm-hmm.
and the treasures of the king, and of his princes, all these he brought to Babylon.
See that? They was taken out. So all the gold. You see, these are the treasures. You go into treasure. Let's get the word treasure real quick. Bible shop.
Okay. This is a treasure. It says a quantity of precious metals, gems.
Read that one more time.
Okay.
Give me Isaiah 40.
This is treasure. It says a quantity of precious
Of what?
Precious.
This is the meaning for treasures. A quantity of precious. Alright? Give me that. You got it. 43 and yep.
Keep going on this.
Start at 4. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 43, verse 4.
Yep.
Since thou was precious,
Since who?
since thou was precious,
Start at 3.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 3.
Matter of fact, start at 1 and then jump there.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 1.
Come on.
But now thus saith the Lord,
Watch
Yahweh,
this. Listen to this. Come
that
on.
created thee,
There it is. Come on.
O Jacob,
See? Come on.
and he that formed thee,
That formed thee. Come on.
O Israel,
You see? Come on.
fear not,
Come on.
for I have redeemed thee.
I'll jump to the point. Verse 3.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 3.
Let's start at 4 because they already know.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 4.
Yep.
Since thou was precious,
See? Since who was precious?
since thou
See?
was precious
What is the word? Go ahead.
in my sight.
See? So we're the precious. We're treasures.
Mhm.
You read that definition one more time. Bible shop.
Con.
That's it.
Let's say a brother war got on here too. It says
Yeah, go ahead.
hidden treasure, a secret storehouse. Hence this
Read the one you brought out first.
con.
That's the one that lined up.
Con Salak. It says treasure. It says a quantity of precious metals, gems, or other valuable objects.
You see, one more time, brothers? Lock it.
Call to up. It says a quantity of precious metals, gems, or other valuable objects.
Alright.
And then it says for synonyms, riches, jewels,
Yep.
gems,
Yep.
gold,
Yep.
silver, wealth, fortune.
See? You got it, bro. You got it.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 2. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold.
Woo! See that? That's it, man. So the temple, this is why this history is so important. Because you should, if you hearing how physically beat down the temple was, man. The Lord telling you about the condition we actually in, man. He telling you about how the gold will help will help make the house real illustrious. That's even taken. And what's that make us real illustrious? This word, man. Give me Psalms 19 and 9. What makes us real illustrious? What made the temple real illustrious? Having that gold inside, man. But the Lord said he was going to make us more precious than gold. What makes you actually illustrious? Being in the temple, actually, in all actuality. Having this truth. Go ahead.
This is Psalms chapter 19, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
The fear of the Lord
Mm-hmm.
is clean,
Mm-hmm.
enduring forever.
You at Psalms 19?
Come
Started, no, you got it. Keep going. That's beautiful.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Psalms 19 and 9. The fear of the Lord is clean, enduring forever.
Mm-hmm.
The judgments of the Lord are true and righteous altogether.
Keep going.
More to be desired are they than gold.
See that? So this is what makes you illustrious. You see what I'm saying? This is what makes you illustrious. This is what makes you treasurable, valuable, riches. You see what I'm saying? Give me, brothers should know it. Give me Revelation 2 and 9, 3 and 9. That's it. I don't want to sound like the elders. You know what I want. Go ahead.
It's Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. And tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich.
See, but thou art rich. We are the richest, man. You see? You go ahead and finish.
Con. It says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say, so
Come on, I said, come on.
con. That
That ain't the point.
con, I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
There you go, man. So we rich. We the rich, man. Because remember, we going into treasures again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The treasures was taken out of the temple. You see that? Out of the holy place. We was taken out of the holy place. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
What's the holy place? This. Give me Jeremiah 17 and 9. Bible shot. We was taken out of the holy place, man.
Con.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 9. It says, the heart is deceitful above all things.
Not 17 and 9. 17 and I got that in a minute. 17 and 17 and 4. That should be it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like
17 and 4.
coming.
Con. This is Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. It says, and thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue.
See that thou, the thou that was said to be rich. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Con. It says, even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
And what was the heritage? The heritage, when you go into that word heritage, is patrimony, is property, ancestry. What was the property? These scriptures, man. First and foremost. Give me Isaiah 2, man. Bible Shah, 2 and 13. You know, we was caused to discontinue from all that, man. And the Lord, we remembering this, man. We was discontinued from the temple. You know, we was taken from the temple. We was discontinued from the temple. The temple is our property, man. That's in Israel. He says why Nehemiah said, you ain't got no memorial in Israel, man. We do. We was just discontinued from it. We got a minor case of amnesia, man. Because he said we was going in the land of our captivity, we was going to bethink ourselves, man. You know, you see what I'm saying? Damn, I'm not even home. You see? Yeah, jump to 7, 1 and 7. Isaiah 1 and 7. And also, let me get Baruch. Go ahead and bring it out when you get it. Where we go. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah chapter 1, verse 7.
3 and 32.
Your country is desolate. Your cities are burnt with fire.
So I can 2 and 32.
Con.
One more time.
Isaiah chapter 1 and 7. Your country is desolate.
See, who country?
Your country
See that?
is desolate. Your cities are burnt with fire. Your land, strangers devour it with presence.
In your presence.
In your presence, a lot.
One more time.
Isaiah 1 and 7. Your country is desolate.
See?
Your cities are burnt with fire.
See? That's what we're reading about. Still to this day, you can go look up the ruins. Come on.
Your land,
Yep.
strangers devour it in your presence.
Now you should understand if all that was representing us, the condition of our people. You see what I'm saying? Here it is, the Holy Land is desolate, and people travel there and tour there all the time. And at the same time, you got so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians bugged out of their mind in the worst conditions known to man. You see what I'm saying? You got people in the Americas trying to flee from the south part of America to the north part of America, and they doing it dying by boats and buses. Who the hell are these people? What is wrong with these people? They in the West. They where they not, you know what I'm saying? They in the area where you want to be at. But yet, you see what I'm saying? So and that simultaneously, ironically, you got the Holy Land completely out of whack. Give me 1 and 3. Isaiah.
It's Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
His master's crib. You see, animals. Come on, they know their stead and where they belong. Come on.
But Israel doth not know my people does not consider.
Yeah, he not talking about the city. You see that? But Israel do not know. He said, my people do not consider, man. Thus, why you got a land Israel desolate? You know what I'm saying? Because the people that belong there, they don't know, you know what I'm saying? They don't even know. They don't even know who they are, let alone this their land that they need to go build up. Give me Haggai. Haggai 1 and 3. Bible shot. Then we're gonna get back to it.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, we gonna bring that book out. Go ahead.
This is Haggai chapter 1, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Then came the word of the Lord
Mm-hmm.
by Haggai, the prophet, saying, It is time for you, O
it?
ye.
Is it?
So like, is it time for you,
Mm-hmm.
O ye,
Mm-hmm.
to dwell in your sealed houses?
And who's still houses?
In your sealed houses.
Come on.
And this house lie waste?
See? See, but Jake, of course Jake ain't gonna know. He don't even know that Israelites. Here it is, Israel land desolate, and no one knows who the Israelites are. At the same time, so-called blacks, Latinos, West Indians, all over the damn earth, Afro people, they don't know who the hell they are. So of course Israel's desolate. Israelites said to forget who they were and where the hell they even come from. And their home will be destroyed, and they will be destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because they reject knowledge. They stiff-necked, hard-headed, and they bugged out, man. You see what I'm saying? They being ate up like bread, man. They keep they want to be like the heathen. They keep holidays instead of high holy days. You see what I'm saying? That's Jake, man. That. There you go. That's the math equation. You can finish it, and then he got it. I'm sorry. You got it, brother. Go ahead. 1 and 3.
This is Haggai chapter 1, verse 3. Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying,
Another Israelite. Come on.
Is it time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses? And this house lie waste?
See? That's it, man. You got it, bro.
Come on. This is Luke chapter 2 and verse 32. It says, And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity,
See?
and think upon my name.
Rehearsing.
Come on.
We have to remember first. And it tells you that in the previous verse. You see what I'm saying? He was going to give us eyes. He was going to cause us to hear and see, paraphrase.
You want to bring it up?
Go ahead.
Come on. This is Luke 2 and verse 31. It says, And shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them an heart
See?
and mind.
A heart.
It says, and ears to hear.
Read it one more time.
Come on.
Come on.
It says, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, and will give them an heart and ears to hear.
See? And how will he give you a heart? Meaning he will give you a mind. How? He will cause you to go through the curses that will be put upon you for signs and wonders. You see what I'm saying? And then you will hear about these curses in the Bible and how the Israelites discontinued and how the temple really represents you and how you've been lied to. And they actually go on to say, trust ye not in these, saying the temple are these, the temple are these, the temple are these. Whole time you the damn temple. But you got Esau on documentary going through Israel like he's showing you the, you know what I'm saying, the holiest of the holies. And the saints themselves are being killed on camera, man. Right. This place has got to go, man. Go ahead, bro.
Come. It says, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity.
You know, like this us. Come on.
Come. It says, and think upon my name.
Go ahead. And think upon his name. Name meaning what? You get the name back if you're in the, true doctrine, or you will know what the Lord stands for. The Lord don't deal with buildings made with hands.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's his name. That's what he's known for. So who is you hearing about? Another Christ, man. Another Yahweh Shai. Another Hamashiach. Come on.
It says, and return from their stiff neck
See?
and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers.
And that's the city. You see what I'm saying? Come on.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and they shall be lords of it.
All right, that's it. That was the point.
Come.
All right, you got it. Back in that Ezra's. Did you have something? Okay, all right. You got it. Back in the Ezra's. So yeah, man. It's like the first chronicle, the second Chronicles 36 and whatever we left off at. And it was taking what's it called out there. Yeah. We're gonna run through, we're gonna read, you know.
This Second Chronicles chapter 36, verse 18. I'm gonna start at 17. Therefore he brought upon them the king of the Chaldees, who slew their young men with the sword in the house of their sanctuary.
See? Disrespectful. Come on.
And had no compassion
See?
upon young men
Yep.
or maiden,
Mm-hmm.
old men, or him that stooped for age.
Jump real quick. Keep this modern time. Give me Revelation 18 and 4. Robert, sure.
Con.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 4. It says, And I heard another voice from heaven, saying, Come out of her, my people,
Yep.
that ye be not partakers of her sins,
Yep.
and that ye receive not of her plagues.
See? Go ahead.
God, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities.
Keep going.
It says, Reward her,
That's the point. Come on.
even as she rewarded you,
Come on. See?
and double unto her, double
See?
according to her works.
See that? Give me Isaiah 47 and 6.
Let me finish it.
Yeah, go ahead and finish it.
God says, In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double.
Isaiah 47 and 6.
God.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
I was wroth with my people.
See? That's it, man. Come on.
I have polluted mine
Who
inheritance.
did it?
I
Come on.
have polluted mine inheritance,
See?
and given them into thine hand.
See? He gave everything over. See that? Come on.
Thou didst show them
That's
no
all I
mercy.
said. I stirred up
God.
Cyrus' mind. Come on.
Thou didst show them no mercy.
Yep.
Upon the ancient,
See? Thou did show no mercy. See? There it is. Come on.
upon the ancient,
See?
hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke.
See? Go ahead and jump to back to the point.
God.
Sure.
Second
So
Chronicles.
we in the point of bringing that out. Real quick, let me give you one more. Give me Ezekiel 36. Ezekiel 36 and give me 33rd chapter.
33rd verse.
No, 30
Which one? 33, 31?
Go ahead and jump back to that Chronicles.
God. Second Chronicles chapter 36, verse 17.
Right.
Therefore he brought upon them the king of the Chaldees, who slew their young men with the sword
Yeah, and that's going into Esau in the spirit now.
in the house of their sanctuary, and had no compassion
See?
upon young men or maiden, old man, or him that
See?
stooped,
That's the ancient. Come on.
or him that stooped for age.
Mm-hmm.
He gave them
All
all.
old man crouched over, bent over. This man they were slaying everybody, hit everything, and Jacob was wicked. You know, the Lord is just in His judgment, man. You gotta remember that. 35 and 6. That's on Ezekiel. Go ahead, finish that, bro.
It says he gave them all into his hands.
See, he gave them, as He said, man. And He said they ain't showed no mercy, but you gonna be gotten back for that, man. They gave our temple. They gave us over. We're the temple. They gave the gold over. We're the gold. Now we picking all these things back up and remembering all this. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. Ezekiel 35 and 6.
Come on. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 6. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood.
See, He preparing. He's setting it up. How? Because we got to rehearse. You see what I'm saying? Don't you practice before a game? Don't you warm up? Come on.
Come on. It says, And blood shall pursue thee.
See? Come on.
Since thou hast not hated blood,
Since who?
since thou hast
Since
not,
who?
since thou
Come on.
hast not hated blood,
See? Since you ain't hate blood, come on.
even blood shall pursue thee.
That's it, man. You prepare. That's it, man. See how the Lord set it all up? All right. Let's go ahead and go back to to that. So yeah, all the gold and everything was taken, man. You got it.
Second Chronicles chapter 36 and 18.
Mm-hmm.
And all the vessels of the house of the Most High,
Mm-hmm.
great and small,
Mm-hmm.
and the treasures of the house,
He said all of them. Come on.
mhm, and the treasures of the house of the Lord Yahweh,
See?
and the treasures of the king,
Mm-hmm.
and
And we know that them treasures is outright being compared to us once again, according to this. Give you Revelation 13 and jump to 16.
Con.
You see? Read that verse one more time. Bible shot.
Second Chronicles chapter 36 and 18.
Mhm.
And all the vessels of the house of the Most High,
Mhm.
great and small,
Mhm.
and the treasures of the house of the Lord, and the treasures of the king, and of his princes.
Mhm.
All these he brought to Babylon,
See? See? Great and what?
great and small.
Alright? Now let me get Revelation 13 and 16.
Con. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16.
Mhm.
And he causeth all,
And who?
and he
Come on.
causeth all,
Mhm.
both small and great,
Mhm.
rich and poor.
There it is, man. Now is that talking about vessels? Yeah, people. See that? That's showing you that, you know, that was all synonymous. Showing you the height of what you did. You took the Lord's people and his jewelry. But his people really the jewelry. You see what I'm saying? Because without them, it ain't no treasures. Without us, ain't no treasure. So he's basically highlighting what these people did.
Said the definition of treasure said valuable objects.
Yeah. You know? Small and great. Alright? So he took everything. You got it.
Con. It says.
No, that's it.
Okay, con. Slide.
Read that again. Second Chronicles 36 and 18.
Mhm.
And all the vessels of the house
How many?
of God,
How many?
great and small. Slide. All the vessels
Come on.
of the house of the Most High,
Mhm.
great and small,
Mhm.
and the treasures of the house of the Lord,
Great and small, man. See? People. Come on.
and the treasures of the king,
Mhm.
and of his princes.
Mhm.
All these he brought to Babylon.
Mhm. See? All these. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. He did just to show that, you know, the significance of, you know, what actually happened, man. Alright? Now, what verse you in, bro?
Verse 19.
Go ahead.
Second Chronicles chapter 36, verse 19.
Mhm.
And they burnt the house of the Most High
See?
and break down the wall of
See?
Jerusalem,
That's what happened to the temple. Come on. The first one. The one that Solomon built. Come on.
and burnt all the palaces thereof
Mm-hmm.
with fire,
Mm-hmm.
and destroyed all the goodly vessels thereof.
See? There you go. You got it.
And them that had escaped from the sword
Mhm.
carried he
Mhm.
away to Babylon,
Mm-hmm.
when they were servants to him
Mm-hmm.
and his sons until the reign of the kingdom of Persia.
See? So it basically the kingdom from Babylon just got translated. You see what I'm saying? Transferred over to, you know, the Persians and the Medes. Elam. So-called East Indians. So everybody had a piece in this. See that? Everybody got a piece of Jake, man. Alright? Now, jump to 22. Mm-hmm.
Second Chronicles chapter 36, verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
Now in the first year of Cyrus,
Mhm.
king of Persia,
The first year, come on.
that the word of the Lord spoke by the mouth of Jeremiah
Yeah, the word of the Lord Yahweh, come on.
might be accomplished.
Come on.
The Lord Yahweh
Mhm.
stirred up the spirit
He stirred up the spirit, come on.
of Cyrus, king of Persia,
Come on.
that he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom,
Mm-hmm.
and put it also in writing, saying,
See? There you go.
Thus said Cyrus, king of Persia,
Mm-hmm.
all the kingdoms of the earth
Mm-hmm.
hath the Lord Yahweh, the power of heaven,
Mhm.
given me,
Mm-hmm.
and he have charged me to build him an house in Jerusalem,
Mm-hmm.
which is in Judah.
Mm-hmm.
Who is there among you of all his people?
Mm-hmm.
The Lord Yahweh, his power be with him,
See?
and let him go up.
See? So he made them go back to rebuild the temple. Now we can go ahead and get into the Feast of Dedication. John 10 and 22. So we can close this up.
Con.
They went on to rebuild it, and that's what happened. Alright? And people was hating. They didn't even want that to really go down. He got it. Let him argue.
Okay.
Alright. Go ahead and bring that up. You got it.
This is John chapter 10, verse 22.
Go ahead.
And it was at Jerusalem
Yep.
the Feast of Dedication,
Uh-huh.
and it was in winter.
Yep. See that? So that's not written, man. Now what is the Feast of Dedication? The temple got dedicated again because it got destroyed again. Let's get the word dedication real quick.
You want me to get it right, in the blue letter?
It ain't in there. Well, yeah, it's in there. Go ahead. Let's see what they got. Let's get dedication just in general.
Okay.
That's New Testament, so let's see.
For
What does it mean to dedicate? Come on.
for in the blue letter in the New Testament for dedication, it says dedication, consecration. It says, in particular, an annual feast celebrated 8 days, beginning in the 25th of. It says,
They don't fuck.
yeah.
How you gonna say that? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You don't know.
It says instituted by Judas Maccabeus.
That's showing you what I didn't cover going, but the Apocrypha, you know what I'm saying, is 100%, canonical. You see what I'm saying? It's right there. You ain't gonna read about it in the damn. You're not gonna read about it in the Bible you got. You see what I'm saying? You're not gonna know about it. But this is a feast that our people celebrated, which is what? A dedication of what? Dedication going into consecration, being holy. You see what I'm saying? Being set apart. And to tell you that, give me Exodus 20:2 real quick. Oh, shut.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2.
Come on.
I am the Lord, Yahweh, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other powers before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images or
Okay,
any.
Slaki, jump to the last verse.
Exodus chapter 20 and 26. Neither shalt thou go up by steps.
Previous verse.
Exodus chapter 20 and 25. And if thou wilt make me an altar of stone.
Come on. Now where is that altar gonna be at? You see? That altar is gonna be in the temple, man. You know? You got it?
Thou shalt not build it of hewn stone.
See that? Now, real quick, give me, because we're gonna hit the point. Give me Isaiah 19 and 19 real quick. You see? And if thou will make me an altar of stone, you see that said? See what I'm saying? Thou shalt not build it of hewn stone. You see that? For if thou lift up thy tool upon it, thou hast polluted it. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 19.
Give me Revelation 11:8.
It says, in that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord.
Come on.
And it shall be for a sign and for a witness.
That's it. I'm talking
Okay, sorry.
Revelation chapter 11, verse 8.
Come on.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
There you go, man. You see? Go ahead.
Which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Give me 1 Peter 2 and 5 real quick. Bring that Isaiah 19 back out one more time.
Come on. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 19. It says, in that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord.
Keep going.
And it shall be for a sign and for a witness.
See, a sign. What is the altar? When you go into the altar holds the bread and the wine, man. Who holds the bread and the wine? You see what I'm saying? Us. We have the bread, man. The bread is the word. Real quick, give me Matthew 4 and 4 real quick. We hold the bread. You see? What is the altar doing way in Egypt? Which is in America. Come on, because you're the altar. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 4, verse 4.
The men teaching the truth. Come on.
But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that
By what?
by every word
Uh-huh.
that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High.
So this word is compared to bread, man. See what I'm saying? Give me that Isaiah one more time.
It's Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 19. In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord.
See, so meaning it will be men teaching this whole have this word, man, in the middle of Egypt. You see what I'm saying? Because that's where you get the bread from, off the altar. You see, and the bread is what? The word. So that's it, man. You know.
Okay.
Give me Isaiah 55 real quick. Start at 1. Just to prove that.
Okay.
So you're dealing with the temple. All this stuff is of the temple. Come on.
It's Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 1. It says, Ho.
Well, you stay. Let him get it.
Come
Stay
on.
where you at.
Kind of slow.
Isaiah chapter 55 and 1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye buy and eat. Yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price.
Yeah, so eat, man. Where you come and buy it? From those that got it, man. Those that got the word, man. And it's for free. The Lord said, freely freely give. You know? So there it is. You got it.
Read that again.
Yeah, come on.
Isaiah chapter 55 and 1. It says, Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters. And he that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price.
Mm-hmm. You got that St. John 6. It's like, not St. John. Give me St. John though. St. John 6. Give me 33.
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is St. John chapter 6, verse 33.
And then give me John 1:1.
For the bread of the Most High is he which cometh down from the heaven,
So there you go.
and giveth life unto the world.
So there you go. Now give me John 1.
Okay. This is John chapter 1 and verse 1. In the beginning
Guys at 19.
was the Word,
Right.
and the Word was with God, and the Word was God.
Was a God. But go ahead, jump to verse so the word, man. Alright. Now jump to 4.
Okay.
Shot.
John chapter 1 verse 4 says, In him
In him, come on.
was life.
You see? So that word was Yahweh Shah. This the word that came down. So the bread is the word, 100%. You see what I'm saying? You still holding that? St. John 6? Go ahead, 33.
St. John chapter 6, verse 33.
Mm-hmm.
It says, For the bread of the Most High is he which cometh down from heaven,
See that?
and giveth life unto the world.
Which was said to be the word, man. So it's this, man. Alright? So, what is an altar doing in Egypt? An altar is in Egypt because we would be carried away to Egypt as Israelites. And at a certain point, we would have been discontinued from being an altar. You would have been a nigga, basketball player or something, but you really the one that's supposed to be holding this word. You see what I'm saying? Where people can access this word. Those that have been set up and appointed to that. You know? But they don't want the Israelites getting out at all. That's why you do not hear them mentioned. How can you talk about the Bible in the New Testament and Christ, but you do not mention the Israelites? It's impossible. It tell you in John, the first chapter, the Lord's going to slack it. Matthew, the first chapter, he's coming to save his people, man. Matthew 1 and 21, man. You see what I'm saying? Ain't about nothing else. Go ahead. Isaiah 19.
Start with
No, 19. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 19. In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord
See?
in the midst of the land of Egypt.
Yeah. So the altars is who hold the bread. Who hold the word. See that? That bread whole time represented the word, where you can go to access the word. Those that's been set up to give it, man. Go ahead.
And a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord, Yahweh. And it shall be for a sign
Yep.
and for a witness
See?
unto the Lord Yahweh of hosts
Come on.
in the land of Egypt.
Now watch this.
For they shall cry unto the Lord because of their oppressors.
See? Come on.
And he shall send them a savior
See that?
and a great one.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
he-
we eating this word, man.
Mhm.
And we learned that we went off. We remembered ourselves. We rehearsing. We know we being oppressed. You see what I'm saying? We know altar. That altar was set back up. The Lord just set an altar up in the middle of Egypt. See that? Come on.
And he shall deliver them.
See? That's it, man. That's showing you that's talking about the Israelites awakening. See that? Through the word. Because that's what the altar is for. It holds the wine and the bread, man. You see what I'm saying? They tell you that in Revelation, the ninth Revelation, that, you know, when the earth is getting ready to be destroyed, America's getting ready to be destroyed, the angels hold back the wind saying, hurt not the wine. You see what I'm saying? Meaning the vessels. You see that? Once again, going into the temple, the men that hold this truth. Because what's in the vessels? A vessel is another word for a container or a utensil, which is something that holds something when you look up the meaning of it. And what would it hold? Whatever you put in it. Wine. You see what I'm saying? So it's just that simple. Did a lesson on that. I think it was one of the parables lessons, one of those. You know, the inward cup parable series or whatever. Go ahead, let's go back to that St. John 10 and 22.
Come on.
Read a little bit of this.
This is St. John chapter 10 and verse 22. It says, and it was at Jerusalem the feast of the dedication, and it was winter. Did you want me to go back into the definition for dedication?
No. Did you ever get the regular definition?
I would say, or got it.
Yeah. Go ahead, I'm sure you do.
Come on.
Go ahead.
This is a dedication from Brother of War. It says, the quality of being dedicated or committed to a task or purpose.
Mm-hmm.
That
And what it is, the temple was. You see what I'm saying? So if you're the temple, you've been dedicated to a purpose. You see what I'm saying? Give me Revelation, Sloppy, Romans 12 real quick. 12 and 1.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
I beseech you, therefore.
Go ahead and finish that, bro.
It says,
The what? Start at
the quality of being dedicated or committed to a task or purpose.
Keep going.
The
The
action
what?
Come
on.
Of dedicating a church or the other building.
Or other building.
Or other building.
Go ahead. You got it.
Romans chapter 12 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High,
Come on.
that ye present your bodies a living, a living sacrifice.
Give me the second definition.
It says dedication from the late 14th century. It says
dedication. You got it.
It says the action of consecrating to a deity or sacred use.
See? Going into sacrifice. See that? One more time on that, bro.
Romans chapter 12 and 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren.
Who?
Brethren.
Give me Romans 9 and 1. Go ahead.
By the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies.
Present your what?
Your bodies.
Come on.
A living sacrifice.
Who's the brother? Give me that.
Romans chapter 9 verse 1, it says, I say the truth in Hamashiach. I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit. That I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach. For my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites,
there you go. Go ahead.
To whom pertaineth the adoption.
So you've been dedicated. Come on. And what else?
And the glory, and the covenants.
You've been dedicated. Come on.
And the giving of the law.
See, you've been dedicated to that. Now you got to remember that through this rehearsal. Come on.
It says,
you're the temple. That's what the temple was for. See that? So the Lord is really showing you, he's highlighting how important you are. Because without the temple, The Lord don't pull up, man. It tell you in Exodus the 20th chapter, wherever he put his name, there will he come. Go ahead and get that real quick. Exodus 20. Bumper shot. Go ahead and finish.
It says, and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises.
Start at 24.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 24. An altar,
Start at 22.
verse 22. Exodus chapter 20, verse 22. And the Lord said unto Moses,
And the Lord Yahweh, go ahead.
and the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses,
Come on.
thus thou shalt say unto the children of Israel,
See?
ye,
You so-called blacks, who's today being called so-called blacks, Negroes, Native American Indians, West Indians, Seminole Indians. You see what I'm saying? Afro people. You, whether you're an Afro-European, whatever the hell you want, Europe, whatever, man. Afro-Italian, whatever, man. Your spirit bear witness to this, and you these curses befalling you, an Israelite, man. Go ahead.
ye have seen that I have talked with you from heaven.
Yeah, this is what, because due to your oral tradition.
Right.
You are the witnesses. This is what you passed. You have seen this, man. This is a part of who you are. This is your makeup. You the people who know the Most High. That's why Jake just wake up going to church, man. It's in your DNA to deal with the Lord for some reason. You see what I'm saying? If black people don't do nothing, Latino people don't do nothing, Native Indian people don't do nothing, they deal with the Most High. They dedicate themselves to the Most High somehow. They go to church. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They got some crazy ass story about, you know what I'm saying? Because you're the Israelites. Come on.
Exodus chapter 20 and 23.
Mm-hmm.
Ye shall not make with me gods of silver.
Jump to 24.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 24.
Just the point. Come on.
An altar of earth thou shalt make unto me,
Come on.
and shalt sacrifice thereon.
There it is. An altar of earth. Because it tell you that we got this treasure in earthen vessels. See what I'm saying? We're the earthen vessels. You see what I'm saying? And the treasures is what? These riches. His word. This my spirit.
To me,
Yeah, the Lord don't want a temple made with hands. He wants you. Come on.
and shalt sacrifice thereon.
There it is. We just read it.
God.
Come on.
And shalt sacrifice thereon
Your body. Come on.
thy burnt offerings,
AKA dedicate. Come on.
and thy peace offerings.
Yeah, your burnt offerings is talked about in the book of Psalms. But we'll keep going into other things. Come on.
Thy sheep and thine oxen.
Yeah.
In all places where I record my name, I will come unto thee, and I will bless thee.
See, in all places, what?
In all places where I record my name,
What? Where? See, where? Nowhere else. Just where he what?
where I record my name,
Where he records his name. Come on.
I will come unto thee.
See? Now, if you're not labeled as the place he recorded, if you're no longer the place he recorded his name, that's showing you they had to change us.
Exactly.
He ain't gonna come. That's how they keep him away. That's how these people getting to think they get. That's why people sin are doing the evil 1,000 goddamn times. Because the place where the Lord gonna come, which is you, you've been turned to something else. You got blind goddamn hair on your head, man.
Yeah.
When that happens, the Lord ain't dealing with your ass, man. That's what that show you. But look, all our people do is dye their damn hair blind. You know? When you was dedicated to holiness and righteousness, meaning being right, you're supposed to be right. You're not supposed to be off. You're not supposed to not know what's going on. You're not supposed to not believe in the higher power. You're not supposed to not believe you are and nothing else. I'm God. You know what I'm saying? You've been changed, man. So the Lord ain't pulled up. But slowly, you starting to see he pulling back up. Because why? The place he recorded his name is being dug the hell up. All right, Lord, here it is. It's set up. See, that's why it was so important for us to keep rededicating the temple. Now let's go ahead and go into this. Because I was going to grab on the burnt offerings and all that, but, went into it before I say that for, another time. It's all good. All right. Maccabees. So start at Maccabees. And we're going to close out after this. So yeah, this is where you get so-called Hanukkah, man. And we're rehearsing it just by retelling it again. You see what I'm saying? And you're going to hear the same thing we just went into. This is the second one. And you're going to realize after we're done with it real quick that this is the third one. But it's not going to be done the same way. But it's going to be rededicated the same way. How is this one rededicated? How is this able to be rededicated? You see what I'm saying? What is so-called Hanukkah for real? What is the feast of dedication that we would keep for 8 days, man? You see what I'm saying? You just be in the spirit of it for 8 days. You got some people that burn the menorah for, you know what I'm saying, 8 days. But nonetheless, we rehearsing, don't say that. You see what I'm saying? All right, go ahead.
Start at the top.
Nah, start at 1 Maccabees 3 and 45. Matter of fact, start at 42. Go ahead.
This is 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 42. Now when Judas and his brethren saw that miseries were multiplied,
Start at 41.
1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 41. And the merchants of the country, hearing the fame of them, took silver and gold very much with servants, and came into the camp to buy the children of Israel for slaves. A power also of Syria and of the land of the Philistines joined themselves unto them.
Real quick, no, you got it. Keep going. We'll jump back to the beginning. Go ahead.
Now when Judas and his brethren saw the miseries were multiplied, and that the forces did encamp themselves in their borders, for they knew how the king had given commandment to destroy the people and utterly abolish them.
They want us gone. Why? Because where the place where the Lord records his name, that's where he gonna come. They say the Lord's name is dreadful among the heathen, man. This is what he's known for. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. You're gonna hear Yahweh, man. But they that don't mean play with the name either. Go ahead.
1 Maccabees 3 and 43. They said one to another, let us restore the decayed fortune of our people.
See that? There it is. Come on.
And
let's get straight to the point. Come on.
And let us fight for our people.
See?
And the sanctuary.
And the what?
The sanctuary.
See? Which is simultaneously the same thing all the time. Come on. That's it. Jump to that ain't it, but we're gonna come right back to that. Jump at 2 and 1.
First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 1. In those days arose Matthias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the son of Jorib from
Start
Jerusalem.
at 1 and 41, just to give you context. Because this is what's going on now. Go ahead.
This is First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 41. It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people.
See, just like Cyrus. Come on. And Antiochus is the Edomite. Come on.
And everyone should leave his laws.
Come on.
So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
See, meaning you're going to have, like today, you got so-called Arabs walking around with Air Force Ones and shit on it. You see what I'm saying? Niggas bugged out, man. How? Because this is still going on.
He said he conformed.
That's it. Go ahead. The nigga said it, man. Go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and 43.
And you can't say you're not off because you got called out on it. And you're like, yeah. You know, go ahead.
Yeah. Many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols.
Where you at?
43.
Yep. Go ahead.
And profaned the Sabbath.
See, read that one more time. Just in case you didn't hear that. Come on.
First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 43. Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols.
See that?
And profaned the Sabbath.
Now let's jump up real quick. Let's jump to verse 7.
First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 7.
This is the beginning.
So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died.
Now jump to 9.
Verse 9, it says, and after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Yeah, because he had the Dokai, which is where he grew up with, that set up and split everything that he gained. Go ahead.
So did their sons after them.
Yep.
Many
and then
years.
When they died, their sons took over. More Edomites. Come on.
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
They were what?
And evils were multiplied.
No, they were added.
They were
No, they
multiplied.
were subtracted.
Multiplied
See that? Come on.
in the earth.
That's now. Come on.
And there came out of them a wicked root,
Mm.
Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes,
Mm-hmm.
son of Antiochus the king,
Mm-hmm.
who had been a hostage at Rome.
Mm-hmm.
And he reigned in the 137th year of the king of the Greeks.
See? We was in every kingdom. You see? And what was happening in every kingdom? Come on.
In those days
Mm-hmm.
went there out of Israel
Mhm.
wicked men
Mm-hmm.
who persuaded many, saying,
Just like now.
exactly,
These niggas do that to this day.
Exactly.
Come on.
who persuaded many, saying,
Mm-hmm.
let us go and
Like
make, let us go,
Do what?
let us go
Mm-hmm.
and make covenant
And
with,
make a covenant.
make
Come on.
a covenant
Mhm.
with the heathen
See?
that are round about
The
us.
holy people want to be heathens. See that? These niggas is delusional, man. Come on.
For since we departed from them,
Mm-hmm.
we have had much sorrow.
Jake is. This is where you get Stockholm syndrome, man. Jake's finished, man. Watch this. Come on.
So this device pleased them well.
Because they wicked. Now watch this. Come on.
Then certain of the people
Mm-hmm.
were so forward herein
So gone. Come on.
that they went to the king.
So bugged out. They went to the king. Like Wayne. When Wayne standing with Donald Trump. Kanye went and sat down. All these dudes, man. Come on.
That they went to the king,
Mm-hmm.
who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the
Do
heathen.
you remember how Lil Wayne was dressed during election night? A couple weeks ago, nigga had a damn sweater on.
Carter is what
Yeah, man. With some tan, like he go to school at Hogwarts.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga look crazy, man. Go to 15, bro.
Con. First Maccabees chapter 1 and 15. It made themselves uncircumcised.
See? How you uncircumcise yourself? Jake gonna find out a way to do it. Come on.
And forsook the holy covenant.
See?
And joined themselves to the heathen.
So you got niggas, the circumcision that you got, like to this day, niggas that know they Israelites, but consciously, like, mothers know what's going on, but mothers, I ain't taking it, I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know who you is, but yet, that's what the scripture's talking about. Day of the circumcision.
Right.
These are niggas that know they Israelites. Y'all Israelites? Yeah, you is too. Yeah, I know.
That's-
Huh? You know what I'm saying? Where your Bible? Why you ain't up here, bro?
See you up there.
We're gonna kill these dudes, man. Alright? Now let's jump down to 17.
First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 17.
Jump to 16, you got it.
Con, it says, verse 16, it says, now when the kingdom was established before Antiochus, he thought to reign over Egypt, that he might have the dominion of 2 realms.
See, 2 realms, come on.
Wherefore,
That's how you get Edomites in Egypt.
Con,
Whole other thing, come on.
wherefore he entered into Egypt with a great multitude, with chariots and elephants and horsemen, and a great navy, and made war against Ptolemy.
Alright, that's it. Jump to 20.
Con, First Maccabees chapter 1 and 20.
See, Satan being divided against Satan. They love blood. Come on.
And after that, Antiochus had smitten Egypt. He returned again in the 143rd year
See,
and went up against Israel
see.
and Jerusalem with a great multitude,
And watch this.
and entered proudly into the sanctuary.
Into the what?
Into the sanctuary.
This is when it happened again. See, come on.
And took away the golden altar
See,
and the candlestick.
golden altar. See, we're gold. We're the altar. See that? And did what?
And took away the golden altar and the candlestick.
See,
Of
and
light.
who's the candlestick, man? You can go to Revelation 1 and 9, man. Let's get there real quick. Because it's the seriousness of what the fuck what happened, man.
Okay.
Give me Revelation 1 and start at 10. Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 1 and verse 10. It says, I was in the spirit on the Lord's day,
Come on.
and heard behind me a great voice
Come on.
as of a trumpet, saying, I am Alpha and Omega,
Come on.
the first and the last.
Come on.
And what thou seest, write it in a book.
Jump to 14.
Verse 14, it says, his head and his hairs were white like wool.
Start at 13.
Yeah, Revelation 1 and 13, it says, and in the midst of the 7
You
candlesticks.
see? He's saying that this was just jump. What you just read was the last one you read before you jumped? Was it 10 or 11?
10.
Okay.
11 slot. 11.
You finished 11?
No.
Okay, jump to 12.
Revelation 1 and 12, it says, and I turned to see the voice
Perfect.
that spake with me, And being turned, I saw 7 golden candlesticks.
See? Come on.
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man,
Yeah, see?
clothed with a garment down to the foot,
Come on.
and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
Yahweh. He's in the midst. You got 7 sticks on it. 7 placeholders. And in the middle will be Yahweh. Come on.
Con, his head and his hairs were white like wool,
Yep.
as white as snow.
Like a so-called African American. Come on.
Con, and his
So-called a black person. So-called Latino. You see what I'm saying? Because you tend to have the same features as the African Americans. A lot of the tribes do. Native American, Indians. Anybody that know they black. You know what I'm saying? The Lord look like a so-called black man. Come on.
Con, it says, and his eyes were as a flame of fire,
Mm-hmm.
and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a
And
furnace.
brass is brown. You darken it, by putting it in that fire. So so that's it, man.
Con.
You go ahead, bro.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and 21.
Mm-hmm.
And entered proudly into the sanctuary
Mm-hmm.
and took away the golden altar
Mm-hmm.
and the candlestick of light
See that? You see that?
and all the vessels thereof.
See? So they have no clue what they just did, man. That candlestick is synonymous with the Lord himself. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
The light. Because he's on the candlestick because the candlestick gives light. And then it's complete light because it's 7.
Con.
You see what I'm saying?
Con.
So they completely took away the light thereof. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, now jump down to 22. Because there's more. Come on.
First Maccabees 1 and 22.
Mhm.
And the table of the
Read
shewbread.
through 24.
Con.
Bible shop.
And the table of the shewbread.
Mm-hmm.
And the pouring vessels. And the vials. And the censers of gold.
Mm-hmm.
And the vial.
Mm-hmm.
And the veils, and the crown. And the golden ornaments that were before the temple.
Mm-hmm.
All which he pulled off.
Mm-hmm.
He took also the silver and the gold.
He a thief.
And the precious vessels.
Mm-hmm.
Also he took the hidden treasures,
Mm-hmm.
which he found.
See?
And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land.
And then that's going into what? The scriptures. Because you got the mysteries. When they stopped us from reading the book, we not only lost the riches, but we lost aka the treasures, we lost the hidden treasures. Like even deeper, it's deeper things in the scriptures. But if you don't got the scriptures in itself, you don't have the treasures and the hidden treasures. So he even did that to this day. See that? And he's still doing it because you got all Jake don't know about this. Why? Because this dude. Because he entered into the temple, the sanctuary proudly. He ramshacked it, man. Because it's going into the siege of Titus. You got it.
I say this book not even in the
There it is. And what is this called? What does this mean?
hidden books.
What?
Hidden books.
Hidden, man. See that? Hidden treasures. See that? Where you at, bro?
24.
Go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and 24. And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land, having made a great massacre, and spoken very proudly.
See? Blood. See that?
Love blood.
Nigga love blood, man. Bring that out. Ezekiel 36 and 5 real quick. Read that one time.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and 24.
Come on.
And when he had taken all away, he went into his own land,
So-called white man. Come on.
having made a great massacre.
A great what?
A great massacre.
That's blood. Come on.
And spoken very proudly.
Go ahead. Ezekiel 36 and 5.
Con, Ezekiel chapter, the one I brought up before.
That's it, bro.
Con, it's Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 6. It says,
6, like.
Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord,
Mhm.
Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood,
Now why? Come on.
and the blood shall pursue thee.
Mhm.
Since thou hast not hated blood,
How can you do a massacre?
You gotta love blood.
See that? Come on.
even blood shall pursue thee.
Now watch this. All right. Now go to 25, bro. Mm-hmm.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and 25.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore,
Mhm.
there was a great mourning in Israel,
Mm-hmm.
in every place where they were,
Come on.
so that the princes and elders mourned.
Mm-hmm.
The virgins and young men were made feeble.
See, the princes, that's showing you is different lots. To be a prince, that's not a teacher, that's not a prophet, that's not an apostle. You see what I'm saying? That's just more royalty. They wreck shop on everything, man. You see? That's why you got Jakes that's all royal, but they don't want to teach or nothing like that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these dudes would be a lot of there's princes walking around, man. Come on.
They said they were made feeble.
Come on.
And the beauty of the women was changed.
See? Come on.
Every bridegroom took up lamentation.
Mm-hmm.
And she that sat in the marriage chamber.
In the marriage chamber.
In the marriage chamber. Was in heaviness.
There you go. Alright. Now go ahead and read 28. We're going to jump to the point.
Verse 28. The land also was moved for the inhabitants thereof. Mm-hmm. And all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion.
See? That's now, man. That's what happened. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and jump into this, man. Alright. Now jump to back to the point. So now you jump back to Antiochus, who you get to Antiochus, who wrote to his kingdom that all should be one, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion, and sacrificed unto idols, and profaned the Sabbath. See, and profaned the Sabbath. For the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days, and people, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised, and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness. You see, to the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. So you got heathens in church teaching Jake. You see what I'm saying? That's what happened, man. The temple's no more. You're no more. You see what I'm saying? Because it was never about a building. All right? Now, you got some Israelites that went on and wasn't with this, man. You know? And that's where you get this man. Jump to verse 2, chapter 2 and 1.
First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 1.
We got a couple more we can close up. Go ahead.
In those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the son of Joel, from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Mudin. And he had 5 sons. Johanan, called Cadiz, Simeon, called Thasi, Simon called Thasi, Judas, who was called Maccabeus, Eleazar called Avion, and Jonathan, whose surname was Apphus. And when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem,
so-called black man, come on,
he said, woe is me. Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people and of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of the strangers? Her temple is become as man. Her temple, come on, is become as a man without glory.
See, come on.
Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity.
See,
her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy. That's our people getting cut down, man. You see, us being taken off corners, because it's gonna happen again. The siege of the temple, man. When niggas getting rounded the hell up, that's the time we in. That's why you supposed to remember this. We're Mattathias and Judas and all of them in the spirit, man. We doing the same thing, right? We like, man, what the fuck is this? Dennis Rodman? They got a wedding dress on, man. That's an Israelite, man. Alright? That's a God, man. Look at him. You know what I'm saying? He's finished. Michael Jordan, the best he could do is shoot a ball and get drunk. You know what I'm saying? That's it. He finished, man. This is it. And these are people that's supposed to be dedicated to the Lord, man. Alright? Making his presence known. But they're no more, so he's not gonna pull up. That's the New World Order. You see what I'm saying? We just read about the New World Order. Because that's how they get power. They want to make their power. They want to make their strength. You read about that in Wisdom of Solomon in the 2nd chapter. They want to make their what's feeble the strength. Their law the strength of the law. You see what I'm saying? Paraphrasing. All right. Now let's jump to the point.
Start at 14.
First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 14. Then Mattathias and his sons.
You know, I'm gonna start. Let me get this real quick. This is verse 12. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory, is laid waste. You see that? And the Gentiles have profaned it. You got people acting and reenacting our, you know what I'm saying? Plays and all this shit. We here. But then we say we the people, they get mad and all this other stuff. To what end, therefore, shall we live any longer? So we don't have no point, man. There's no purpose. We're not living our purpose out. So all these superstars get rich, get to complaining. Joe Budden, everybody calling him bitter. He's an Israelite, man. That shit is not gonna suffice him. That's his problem. Joe, you just bitter. You know what I'm saying? Because he always saying something about something. You know? But they don't know why. So it says, then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourn very sore. You got it, verse 16.
First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 16. And when many of Israel came...
15.
Verse 15. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, come into the city.
See? You're going to have to do something. You finna uncircumcise your kids. They was hanging our kids. They took our land we was living in. They was just doing whatever the hell they wanted to. You compelled to revolt. Right. If you got an ounce of integrity in you, man. Go ahead.
Came into the city, Modin.
So this is what the temple of rededication is about. They finna go on an onslaught, man. And take the hell, they finna do it, man. Like we fishing right now. We telling people about it. We ushering it in. And then the Lord is gonna put that spirit on us, man. We're gonna fucking wreck shop on this place. And that's how the temple gonna be rededicated again. The thing that has been is that which shall be, man. Alright? There is no new thing under the sun. And it's gonna be the final one, because 3 represents completion. So this is the second time it was rededicated. But look how they had to get it done. Alright? Where we at?
Still 15,
Go ahead.
To make them sacrifices.
16.
And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together.
See that?
Then answered the king's officers.
No, that's it. Jump down to 19.
Gone. First Maccabees 2 and 19. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice.
And then, because in the 18th verse, it's telling you how they was offered to sell out with silver and gold. And if you go back to Exodus, the Lord said, you shall not make you gods of silver and gold. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. Just to keep this short. Come on.
So all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him and fall away every one from the religion of their fathers and give consent to his commandments.
Yeah, chapter 2 and 18, First Maccabees 2 and 18 is disapproved by Exodus 20 and 23. Come on. Just for those that want to know. Go ahead.
Verse 20. Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers.
You see, so we not doing this. These niggas want to sell out. We ain't going. So whose spirit we in? Who we sound like? Come on.
God forbid that we should forsake the law of the ordinance.
The scriptures tell you that. So we then make void the law. God forbid. You see what I'm saying?
Verse 22.
Watch this.
We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion.
Come on.
Either on the right hand or the left.
Religion just means belief. Doctrine. Because they could have put doctrine right here. They put religion. Come on.
No.
But what religion? You see what I'm saying? We don't deal with that term religion. Because religion means something. So you can just say the meaning. Don't put that term on us. This is a belief. This is the doctrine. We're in the doctrine. We're under the instruction manual of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. We ain't under no religion. You see what I'm saying? Religios. Come on.
Maccabees chapter 2 and 23.
Just say the meaning. Come on.
Now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice unto the altar, which was at Modin, according to the king's commandment.
So a sellout nigga, come on, he came to sacrifice on the altar. Now what did they say the altars should be sacrificed on the altar? What did Antiochus say? He said swine's flesh. Come on.
Which thing, when Mattathias saw,
Come on.
he was inflamed with zeal,
See, he was inflamed with zeal. Come on.
and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar.
See, so he stopped conducting himself with any. Pretty much, he didn't consider nothing. It was. That's what it's saying. He didn't. It was no more consideration left for anything, because this nigga was about to sacrifice. He was sacrificing swine's flesh on the altar. You see what I'm saying? That's like trying. You watch somebody give a Jake that just came into the truth of pork. You gonna go slap that shit out of his hand like, bro, what the fuck is you doing, man? You damn heathen. You know what I'm saying? You gonna fuck around. If you could, you would put the nigga to death, man. Look, and that's acting without judgment, because you gotta put people to death according to the law. You see what I'm saying? It has to be it has to be just. Because we don't murder. We don't do none of that. But that's pretty much that, man. That's an inflamed zeal, man. Here it is, his brothers just came in. You see what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and finish this up, man. So he slew him upon the altar, man. And from this point on, they just went on just slaying shit, man. They just went on a killing spree. And he eventually dies. And that's how we get to 3 and 40. And this shit was still going on. Let's go ahead and finish out on this. 3 and Maccabees, 1 Maccabees 3, and jump to 41.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 41. And the merchants of the country, hearing the fame of them, took silver and gold very much with servants, and came into the camp to buy the children of Israel for slaves. A power also of Israel and of the land of the Philistines joined themselves unto them. Now when Judas and his brethren saw the miseries were multiplied, and that the forces did encamp themselves in their borders, for they knew how the king had given commandment to destroy the people and utterly abolish them.
They wanted us dead. Come on.
They said
we was opposed to everything that was going on. That's just how we set up. They gotta get rid of us. They was trying to commit genocide, man. You got it?
It says, they said one to another, let us restore the decayed fortune of our people, and let us fight for our people and the sanctuary.
See that? And that's basically what they went on to do, man. You see what I'm saying? Where you at?
44.
Go ahead.
Then was a congregation gathered together, that they might be ready for battle.
See?
And they might pray.
Give me 2 Ezra 16 and 40. It's happening all over again in the spirit. The Lord said, be ready for battle, man. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro. You got it, my heart. One more time.
Then was the congregation gathered together.
All the Israelites that didn't sell out, aka the 1/3. Come on.
That they might be ready for battle.
See? That who might be ready?
That they
Come on.
might be ready for battle.
Come on.
And that they might pray and ask mercy and compassion.
Yeah, because we can't do nothing without the Lord. The Lord fight our battles, man. So that's how we prepare. Go ahead. That's happening all over again right now. Watch this.
Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 40.
Prophecy. Come on.
For my people hear my word. So like, oh my people, hear my words.
The 1/3, the remnant, those that would be left, according to Zechariah the 13th chapter and the 8th verse on down. Come on.
Make you ready to thy battle.
No, we ain't worried about the 2/3, just each other. Come on.
And in those evils,
See, make you what?
make you ready
To what?
to thy battle.
See, we got a battle, man. What battle, man? It's a battle taking place right now. Spiritual warfare, man. These people want to put a chip in you, man. They want to put a damn vaccination in your ass, man. They want to round you up and think you finna buy. That shit is not going down, Esau. Lord allowed me to keep my integrity. Nigga, I'm going to kill you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Or you going to put me to death. And I expect everybody that believe in Yahweh Shem Shah to feel the same way. We're going to kill you fucking heathens, man. You see, you know what? Let me chill, man. The Lord gonna kill you. We ain't gonna do nothing. Yahweh Shem Shah gonna kill you heathens, man. We're gonna whoop y'all ass in the kingdom of heaven. That's what's gonna happen. All you elite bankers, because it's the kings. You see what I'm saying? That's why the Lord said he coming to wound the heads over many countries, the kings, man. All right? So the Lord said, make ye ready to thy battle, man. That's us. We getting ready to be seized again, man. The temple getting ready to be seized. You the temple. They finna come get your ass, man. They finna carry away. A lot of ones gonna be martyrs. You know You know what I'm saying? They're gonna pollute the sanctuary. They speak proudly. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Savior gonna come back on high, man. The Lord gonna outright give us spiritual power this time. Because we was just outright beating them with battle physically then. It was spiritual, but it's gonna be different this time. Alright? So go ahead, bro.
Read that.
If that was the point, if that was it on it, as far as it.
Yeah, come.
Yeah. You got it, bro.
First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 45. Now Jerusalem lay void as a wilderness.
Yeah.
There was none of her children that went in or out. The sanctuary also was trodden down. And aliens,
See? And what?
aliens
See, y'all the aliens. You Gentiles, you heathens, come on.
kept the strongholds.
See?
The heathen,
And that's them trodden Israel down right now. Come on.
the heathen had their habitation in that place.
See? That's it, man. And it's still to that day. A bastard shall dwell in Ashdod. Isaiah 1 and 7. Strangers devour in your place, in your face, your presence. They live in there, man. But you don't know. You know, but now you do know. So that's what's happening. They devouring it in our presence. What's gonna happen? Come on.
And joy was taken from Jacob.
See?
And the pipe with the harp ceased.
Yeah, and that's bringing these scriptures up. That song, that melody. Niggas was walking to a whole new beat. You see? Come on.
Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together and came to Mashpah over against Jerusalem. For in Mashpah was the place where they prayed aforetime in Israel. Then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes and laid open the book of the law wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So they was trying to get rid of us, boss, but still claiming our image. But they wasn't actually doing what it is we do. Come on.
They brought also the priest garments and the first fruits and the tithes, and the Nazarites they stirred up, who had accomplished their days. Then cried they,
So still Nazarites and everything, man. Come on.
Then cried they with a loud voice toward heaven, saying, What shall we do with these? And whither shall we carry them away?
Come on.
For thy sanctuary is trodden down and profane, and thy priests are in heaviness and brought low. And lo, the heathen are assembled together against us to destroy us. What things they imagine against us, thou knowest. How shall we be